Hello, archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. I'm having an Alan Wake 2 adventure. Let's jump into the game, shall we? Just gotta... Oh no! I put a bag on the wire. That's bad. Let's we don't want that. Let's go back into the game. There's a dead body. And there was writing on the wall, wasn't there?
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadows cast, the third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Spooky. Do we have a sound? We do. Ah, somebody put a hole in his chest. My word. Where's his fucking heart gone? Is this the way I came from? Yeah, it was. Okay. Keep going, I guess. Just into the darkness. Was that where I came from? Let's check a map. That's where I came from. Never mind. Then we shall investigate over here instead.
Site, I'd felt it hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Were we always wearing this suit? With the elbow pads? Yeah, at the moment this has got 89 on the Metacritic. I know Metacritic isn't like the be all and end all. There is like, everyone's giving it 9s apart from Metro, which is giving it 6 out of 10. And I was like, oh, come on. It's just like warped to the thing. But like, I imagine that actually happens with basically all games. Only takes one dickhead. But like, and also people have different opinions of things, it's fine. No train stops here, wait here to board. Well, at least I got that working. Words have gone. Yeah, I'll take it. The roulette. What are my goals? Look for Alice. Oh yeah, we're going to apartment. photography, videography exhibition by Alice Wake.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination. This is the intro to Alan Wake. A lighthouse. For some reason, urgent reason I couldn't remember. Ah, it's the end of Alan Wake. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to departure. There is light and there is darkness. There is guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. There's a long journey through the night back to the light. It's not a lake. It's an ocean. Yeah, how the fuck do I get across? Do I just go? No. He doesn't want to go down. I always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild, dark, and weird, even for my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. It's also the intro. I like that. They have ironic signs, and then they're like, well, what else we can do? What about just things he wrote? Okay, I don't actually know how to get across, and I don't think I'm in a scene. Oh. Did I come from a different direction than I thought I did?
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Yeah, I guess we went over here and up here. I don't know if that was always there or not. See, unlike... Oh, I can. Let's see if I can leave the room. There we go. A parliament of lies. Who's this? That... Oh.
Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
I can hear a telephone, but I don't know where the nearest telephone box is. Scratch.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
We would be if you would answer my damn questions.
It is Scratch, isn't it?
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
So one of the things, so I am only human, right? So I will occasionally find somebody I dislike, and I will find a reason to dismiss what they say. So I had a quick skim through the worst review of this game, and in that review, it calls this guy a Jake Gyllenhaal ripoff because he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's like, yeah, he does, but like. It's the guy from the first game, and it's just the same. And you know what? It's like such an unreasonable. Like there was a way you could have said that joke. You know, for a moment there, I thought we were playing as Jacob, like without it being a weird jab on the actor. Because what the fuck did this ilk do? Fuck. So like that's my reason to go. This seems like a pretty unreasonable review. But also, maybe the guy just hated it, and I'm like, again, absolutely fine if he did. I wish I didn't use all of my... Like I said, I also thought the combat was worse, which I think the combat's not as in focus in this game anyway. But like, people fucking hate the combat from the original game. What are you talking about? I've lost the tower. It's that big fucking tower. Is the oldest house around here then? Because we're in New York.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Go. I guess if you want to live in somewhere like New York, you need to have an apartment rather than a house. Ooh, I remember this. Wanting. This is in the DLC.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Huh. Yeah.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Maybe this is a different place. This doesn't look the same.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
I mean, he's a rich writer. Maybe he has more than one place. Video arc doc are on screens multi. Focal point of dark place. There's film here, isn't there? How does Alice's art work? Because all she can do is take photos of things.
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Unfortunately, the original actress for Alice died, I think. In case that was a different looking person. A couple of people have, obviously. It's been 13 years.
This is
Spiral
the door
room.
of my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
No. That's one, but that symbol is in control. Part one.
Part
Memory
one.
card.
What was Alice working on?
You'd kind of hope that she'd move on. Probably wouldn't be healthy trying to hold on for 13 years.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it.
This is nice.
I was taking photos, just not my photos.
Because we didn't get enough on Alice in the first game.
And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block.
It just occurred to me that she might feel guilty. It's not her fault, obviously.
It brought out a meaner side of him.
But she did send him to Bright
One
Falls.
I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night.
They tried making Alan Wake 2 several
Typewriter
times.
keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Oh, it's moving. Oh. So yeah, those are really good because it's sort of fun to acknowledge that Alice is also an artist. Okay, it's like the thing I have to do. Maybe she put him back in the dark place.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Oh yes, of course. That's the one that Saga found. The name scratched out.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road.
Okay, that was a much. Oh, I can't talk, can I?
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap. This winding road.
Let's continue, shall we? there's a couple of bugs. Which I guess we are Saga again.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Oh dear.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
We can profile him. That's a map, John. We're in this room anyway, aren't we? Can I... Okay. Well... Ooh. That seems like a good idea.
Saga was sure she had hit the Taken in the head, but had not even slowed the monster down. She took aim and fired again. Another headshot. This time, the Taken staggered.
Mm-hmm. Call to the Tree was definitely written by Alan as well. All the nicer ones don't have scratches.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Look at the caseboard.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Where is the clicker? Okay. The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
We have how does the story change realities? Rules? Dark place. According to Wake, the Dark Presence can sometimes take his appearance. How? Why? There's an entity inside the Dark Place called the Dark Presence. Scratch and Dark Presence are interchangeable. When the Dark Presence looks like Wake, it goes by the name Scratch. Evil Twin is a bit convenient. I'll keep an eye on it. In the form of Scratch, the Dark Presence editing Wake's story wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Obviously, can't let that happen. That's like weakens the Taken. Whatever. Fiction coming into contact with the Dark Place has the power to change reality. Whatever you write in the Dark Place becomes reality. It can't be that simple. Story changes our reality bit by bit, but the process is gradual. To stop the story. Must get the clicker before Scratch. The story can be changed and Scratch can be sent back to the Dark Place. Okay, that. If we don't stop it, Scratch will use the story to permanently change reality at the start of Deerfest. That only gives us 2 days.
Doesn't look right.
Note reminding cultists that victims are like animals. Cult should be followers of Scratch. They have the clicker after all. Cult working with for someone. Right into the Dark Presence. Go. Oh well, that seems like obviously goes there. All lit areas are safe from the Dark Presence and the Taken. That was trapped in Dark Place for 13 years.
Nah.
Was in another world all this time? What's this? Ah! I have someone else streaming. Dark Place. There's also the overlap. So obviously goes there. How to enter? Well, we've already entered the overlap. Page describes overlap being related to the Dark Place where Wake was. The poem was about a local legend, which is lost heart about terror. That's for later. Nursery rhymes.
Creepy dolls. Mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
Oh, there's a lot. We already know this, right? There's a crow doll.
Nope.
It is, whatever. A wolf. A hero. FBC doing the nursery rhymes. No. So, what are these? Who made them? Dark substance appears when the rhyme is completed. Enacting the rhyme made the environment change. Found the strange rhyme on the street sheet of paper. Okay, these are... No? Are they not? Strange charm. Cauldron Lake. Without Cauldron Lake. Oh, I meant to do this one. There we go. If that is everything.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Local girl.
Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her, her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air, but she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
Oh, but this is all Alan as well. Saving game. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have completed the original game by now. Huh. Is this all Alan's stuff? Hang on. To learn more about the clicker.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Now you can switch between Alan and Saga's story via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Can I go immediately back? I know I've wasted a little bit of time doing this.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me.
Okay, does he have a break room?
I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar.